Have you ever seen the movie Up? There's something really heartwarming and appealing about the movie that I think everyone recognizes while watching. And it's the story arc of Carl. Long story short, Carl loses his wife and becomes a grumpy old man who is getting evicted, but in comes Russell, a wilderness explorer trying to earn his assisting the elderly merit badge, who changes Carl's life when he becomes a stowaway on his floating home. Carl is an excellent example of a very common situation in our elderly community today, that many seniors, such as Carl, find themselves alone. Carl is an excellent example of how people close themselves off from the world when they feel alone, because chronic loneliness starts when you perceive yourself as isolated, then begin to remove yourself from the world. Loneliness is a universal experience, so feeling lonely is totally normal. You can feel lonely for multiple reasons, whether it's being at home alone or moving to a new school or having no friends available. It's not dangerous or unhealthy to feel lonely from time to time, but chronic loneliness is a significant threat to a person's health. In fact, research suggests that being lonely has equal impacts to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day or becoming obese. That's not to say you should start smoking a pack of cigarettes every day or start shoving Happy Meals down your throat, but this comparison does go to show how bad being lonely is. More than 40% of America's elderly feels lonely, and elderly at the age of 65 live another 2 decades on average, so they often live their final 20 years of their lives lonely. A preconceived notion is that loneliness stems from the simple idea of being alone. In fact, even Google defines it that way. However, only 25% of our elderly community actually lives alone. This is because feeling lonely has to do with the quality of the relationships you have, not the quantity. That's why providing a caretaker or putting an elderly citizen into a nursing home isn't an immediate fix to the problem. Similarly, having a small wolf pack of friends, or even one awesome best friend, feels a lot better than having 15 friends who barely know you. For the elderly in our community, the passing of loved ones is so heartbreaking that the gaps sometimes never heal. When Carl lost his wife, he truly lost a piece of himself, as we give so much of ourselves to the people we love. For Carl, he struggled to ever reach out again, which is an extremely common gateway to chronic loneliness, as many elderly struggle with this as well, closing themselves off from the world. But today technology has everyone so connected, so through technology we can easily offer a helping hand to pull them back in. Under this current pandemic, a lot of us have a lot more time on our hands and are available to reach out to others. So we should spend some of it talking to our grandparents or someone else you know in the elderly community. Though it might not be a possibility to see them in person, having quality conversations and forging relationships is extremely healthy. Loneliness wears a guise that makes it difficult to tell whether or not someone is feeling lonely. So even if it's just one time a week, you should grab your phone and make a call to a friend. Hopefully by the end of this video, because you want to.